Yes, he does. Well, people don't have to listen to what he says. I mean, he's just a person. The fact that he has money or something, he's a billionaire or something to that effect. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people are tweeting the same things or saying the same things as he is. So I wouldn't just because.
Elon Musk, known for his groundbreaking innovation and ambition. From SpaceX to Tesla, Neuralink to Twitter, Elon Musk has become one of the most influential figures of the 21st century. But behind his success, there's a complex family dynamic and his strained relationship with his father, Errol Musk, who has recently broken his silence about his famous son. What does Errol Musk have to say about Elon, and why has their relationship been so strained? Let's uncover the untold story. Errol Musk, an engineer, entrepreneur, and father of tech mogul Elon Musk, has largely kept a low profile, rarely speaking publicly about his famous son. However, in a surprising revelation, Errol Musk has finally broken his silence, shedding light on his own journey and the experiences that shaped both his life and his son's. Born in 1946 in Pretoria, South Africa, Errol's early years were marked by a fascination with mechanics and technology. His father's engineering background likely influenced his decision to pursue a similar career path. As a youth, Errol often spent time around his father's tools and gadgets, developing a keen interest in the field. Excelling in mathematics and science during high school, he displayed an aptitude for complex concepts that set him apart from his peers. Following high school, Errol pursued higher education at the University of Pretoria, one of South Africa's leading institutions, earning a degree in electromechanical engineering. This multidisciplinary approach suited his natural aptitude for both the practical and theoretical aspects of the field. Despite not finding an immediate pathway into the tech industry, Errol applied his engineering skills across various roles, including a stint in the South African military. These experiences deepened his understanding of mechanical systems, which later proved invaluable in his ventures. One of the pivotal moments in Errol's career came when he transitioned into industrial engineering. He was involved in large-scale projects, including the development of mining equipment and mechanical systems for heavy industry. South Africa's economy, heavily reliant on mining, benefited from Errol's expertise in improving machinery efficiency. His problem-solving skills earned him high-profile contracts and recognition in the industry. Beyond industrial engineering, Errol had a strong interest in emerging technologies. He followed advancements in electronics and computing, areas that were beginning to revolutionize the world. His curiosity led him to experiment with new innovations, influencing his children, especially Elon, who would later become a pioneer in the tech industry. Errol was also a businessman, co-owning a company specializing in industrial machinery and technology. His entrepreneurial spirit and technical knowledge allowed him to navigate both engineering and business with relative ease. However, despite his professional success, his personal life was more tumultuous, particularly in his relationships with his family and ex-wife. In the late 1970s, Errol made a life-changing decision that significantly increased his wealth. Having obtained his pilot's license, he frequently flew small aircraft for both personal enjoyment and professional purposes. During one of his flights over Zambia, he spotted an overlooked emerald mine, a discovery that piqued his curiosity. Recognizing its potential, Errol made a calculated decision to acquire the mine, leveraging his engineering knowledge to improve operations. By streamlining processes and enhancing efficiency, he significantly increased the mine's output, which in turn boosted his wealth. Zambia, rich in natural resources, presented both opportunities and challenges. Operating a mining business in a foreign country required navigating complex logistics and political landscapes. Nevertheless, Errol's entrepreneurial mindset and technical expertise allowed him to succeed, turning the mine into a profitable venture. His financial growth enabled him to expand his business interests and maintain a lavish lifestyle, cementing his status as one of South Africa's wealthier individuals. Errol's ability to spot opportunities others overlooked parallels Elon's own approach to business. While father and son have had a complex relationship, Errol's influence on Elon's drive and innovation is undeniable. Errol Musk's personal life has been as tumultuous as his career. In 1970, he married May Musk, a dietitian and model. Together, they had 3 children: Elon, Kimball, and Tosca. However, their marriage was far from perfect. The couple divorced in 1979 and Errol later remarried. But his relationship with his children, especially Elon, has been strained over the years. One of the most controversial aspects of Errol's life is his relationship with his stepdaughter, Jana Bezuidenhout, whom he had with his second wife. This relationship has been a source of tension within the Musk family and has contributed to the distance between Errol and Elon. In interviews, Elon has described his father as a terrible human being and someone who did almost every evil thing you could possibly think of.
Elon said, "I'm an evil." Never heard swearing from him in his entire life, but he was swearing at me. After the lunch was over, boys got hold of me and said to me, "Jesus, what the hell do you think you're saying?"
These harsh words reflect the deep-seated issues between them. Beyond engineering and mining, Errol also had political aspirations. Though he was not primarily a politician, he understood the intersection of business, power, and governance. Growing up during South Africa's apartheid era, he witnessed significant political changes which shaped his perspectives. While his primary focus remained on business and engineering, his awareness of politics and governance played a role in shaping both his career and his family's future. Now, as Errol Musk speaks out about his past, his revelations provide a deeper understanding of the man who, despite his controversies, played a role in influencing one of the most groundbreaking entrepreneurs of our time. Born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, Elon Musk was the eldest child of Errol Musk, an electromechanical engineer, and May Musk, a Canadian-born model and dietitian. Elon has a younger brother, Kimball, and a younger sister, Tosca. The family was affluent during Elon's youth, with Errol being a part owner of a Zambian emerald mine, a detail that has been a subject of discussion and clarification over the years. In 1980, when Elon was 9 years old, his parents divorced. Following the separation, Elon chose to live primarily with his father, a decision he later regretted. This period was characterized by a strained relationship between father and son, with Elon describing his father as a terrible human being and accusing him of committing almost every evil thing you could possibly think of. During his time with Errol, Elon attended various schools, including a wilderness school that he described as a paramilitary Lord of the Flies, where bullying was a virtue and children were encouraged to fight over rations. In one incident, after an altercation with a fellow pupil, Elon was thrown down concrete steps and beaten severely, leading to him being hospitalized for his injuries. Elon recounted that his father berated him after he was discharged from the hospital. Elon was an enthusiastic reader, attributing his success in part to having read The Lord of the Rings, the Foundation series, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. At age 10, he developed an interest in computing and video games, teaching himself how to program from the VIC 20 user manual. At age 12, Elon sold his BASIC-based game Blaster to PC and Office Technology magazine for approximately $500. Errol Musk has refuted these claims, stating that Elon went to school in a Rolls-Royce and had an unhappy childhood. In her memoir, Elon's mother, May, described her marriage to Errol as violent, turbulent, and dangerous. She said during their marriage, Errol lived a life of considerable wealth and luxury. At the time of their divorce in 1979, Errol was the owner of multiple high-end assets: 2 homes, a yacht, a plane, 5 luxury cars, and a truck. Despite this outward display of affluence, the underlying tensions between the couple were evident. May describes her marriage as abusive. According to her, Errol was not only emotionally distant, but also physically violent. One particularly unsettling moment occurred during their separation when Errol, in a fit of rage, showed up at their home armed with a knife, searching for her. Fearing for her safety, May fled to a neighbor's house, seeking refuge from the volatile situation. After the divorce, Errol's bitterness toward May continued. He relentlessly pursued custody of their children, initiating multiple legal battles over the years, further fueling the tension between the two. This contentious period marked a pivotal moment in their lives and shaped the environment in which their children, particularly Elon, grew up. May's recounting of these experiences provides critical insight into the emotional and psychological turmoil that accompanied her marriage to Errol. Her narrative paints a picture of a marriage that was not only marked by material wealth, but more profoundly by an abusive power dynamic that had lasting effects on their children. Errol Musk, however, took full responsibility for the breakdown of his marriage to May Musk. He admitted that he was entirely to blame for the failure of their relationship, acknowledging that things didn't turn out well in the end. Errol revealed that even after all these years, May refuses to speak to him, even when they are in the same room. He acknowledges that he hasn't spoken to May, Elon Musk's mother, in 37 years. According to Elon's mother, the problems in their marriage were much more than just infidelity. May described Errol as emotionally and physically abusive, and she recalled how people close to her would refer to him as the pig due to his behavior, particularly in public. She explained that she was too scared to speak out about the abuse, as she felt embarrassed and trapped, just like many women in abusive relationships. She knew she had made a mistake marrying him, but at the time she couldn't bring herself to leave. May recounts that Errol's emotional cruelty toward her was relentless. She recounted how she was belittled, called stupid, ugly, and boring, and made to feel worthless by Errol. Despite his wealth, Errol ensured that May had no financial independence, leaving her in a vulnerable position. According to her, Errol was very rich, but he made sure she had nothing. After the divorce, this financial control continued. When their children, Elon, Kimball, and Tosca, visited their father, Errol would throw away everything they arrived with. As a result, May was forced to buy them new clothes and school supplies every time they returned to her. This behavior was part of a larger, more vindictive pattern, as Errol also sued May, accusing her of being an unfit mother. After his divorce from May, Errol briefly married a woman named Sue, but no so much is publicly known about his marriage and affair to Sue. In 1996, Errol entered a new chapter by marrying Heide Bezuidenhout, a young widow with 2 children, including a 4-year-old daughter named Jana. Errol and Heide's marriage lasted 18 years, during which they had 2 daughters together. Errol also took on the role of stepfather to Heide's children, raising Jana as his own. The Musk family was thrust into the spotlight in 2017 when it was revealed that Errol had fathered a child with his former stepdaughter, Jana Bezuidenhout. Errol Musk's relationship with his stepdaughter, Jana Bezuidenhout, is one of the most controversial aspects of his personal life. Jana was just 4 years old when Errol married her mother, Heide Bezuidenhout. However, Errol has made it clear that he didn't consider Jana to be his stepdaughter, claiming that she spent much of her time growing up away from the Musk family. Errol and Heide were married for 18 years and had 2 children together, daughters Alexandra and Aisha Rose. Despite this, he maintains that Jana was raised separately and wasn't part of the immediate family in the same way his biological children were. In 2017, Errol and Jana made headlines when they welcomed a son together, Elliot Rush. The couple had another child in 2019. Errol explained that Jana had stayed with him for about 18 months after Rushy's birth, which ultimately led to the conception of their daughter. Errol later elaborated on the circumstances around Rushy's conception, stating that he had been helping Jana cope with a breakup at the time. He initially thought the father of the child was Jana's ex-boyfriend, but as the situation unfolded, he realized that he was the father. He has, however, referred to the incident as God's plan. However, the situation was not without controversy, especially within the Musk family. Errol admitted that both Elon and Kimball Musk were upset by the relationship, particularly because they viewed Jana as their sister, making the situation even more complicated. Despite the criticism from his children, Errol seemed unbothered by the controversy. He maintained that his relationship with Jana was not as complicated as others perceived it to be. Errol also acknowledged that the age gap between him and Jana, 42 years, had become an issue over time. He admitted that while the relationship had been enjoyable for a while, the significant age difference eventually made it difficult to continue. While Errol still spoke fondly of Jana's mother, Heide, who he married when she was 25 and he was 45, he acknowledged that the relationship had run its course. Despite no longer being together, Errol did not entirely rule out the possibility of rekindling a relationship with Jana in the future. For many years, Errol Musk, the father of tech mogul Elon Musk, maintained a low profile, staying mostly out of the public eye and rarely commenting on his son's accomplishments or the dynamics of their relationship. Elon, known for his revolutionary work in the tech industry with companies like Tesla and SpaceX, often makes headlines for his bold ideas and innovations, but his relationship with his father has remained a private matter until recently. In a series of interviews, Errol Musk finally broke his silence, providing surprising insights into his views on Elon, their relationship, and his thoughts on the wealth and success that have defined his son's public image. During these rare interviews, Errol did not shy away from acknowledging Elon's intelligence and drive. He praised his son's genius, crediting Elon's remarkable engineering skills to his own genetic contribution. Errol seemed to take pride in this aspect, suggesting that his own engineering background had played a significant role in shaping Elon's ability to think outside the box. "He's a genius," Errol said, referencing Elon's ability to push boundaries in the tech world. However, despite these compliments, it became clear that Errol's feelings about his son's success are complicated. His praise was often tempered by subtle and at times outright critical remarks. One of the most controversial statements Errol made was regarding the role that inherited wealth played in Elon's rise to prominence. He remarked that Elon's success was not solely due to his own hard work or ingenuity, but also because of the wealth Elon inherited from Errol's own side of the family. This claim centers around Errol's ownership of an emerald mine in Zambia, which he has been linked to in the past. Errol's suggestion that Elon's wealth and achievements were significantly influenced by this inheritance was met with backlash, sparking a heated debate about the role of privilege and family wealth in shaping success. Many have questioned the accuracy of Errol's statement, considering Elon's own remarks about building his companies from scratch without relying on family money. The emerald mine, which has been a point of contention in the media, continues to be a source of tension in the narrative surrounding the Musk family. Errol's assertion about the impact of inherited wealth cast a shadow over the story of Elon's rise to success, which has often been framed as a tale of self-made brilliance. For many, Elon's meteoric ascent through the ranks of Silicon Valley is a symbol of determination and perseverance, with the tech billionaire frequently speaking about his difficult journey. Errol's remarks, however, suggested a different narrative, one where family wealth played a larger role in Elon's accomplishments. This claim adds another layer of complexity to the already strained father-son relationship, as it raises questions about the influence of wealth and privilege in the Musk family's journey to the top. Despite his controversial comments on Elon's success, Errol also took the opportunity to defend his actions and his own role in his son's life. He insisted that he had always been supportive of Elon and had done everything in his power to help him succeed. In interviews, he portrayed himself as a father who was involved in Elon's life, offering guidance and encouragement throughout his career. Errol emphasized that he had never been an absent parent, suggesting that the narrative of neglect or emotional distance between him and his son was a media fabrication. His statements hinted at a desire to be seen in a more positive light, particularly in contrast to the public perception of him as a controversial and estranged figure. However, despite these attempts to present himself as a supportive father, it was clear that the relationship between Errol and Elon remains deeply strained. In fact, when asked about whether he was proud of Elon's achievements, Errol gave a blunt response that left little room for optimism. "No," he said, when asked if he was proud of his son's accomplishments. "You know, we are a family that has been doing a lot of things for a long time. It's not as if we suddenly started doing something." This remark shocked many listeners as it revealed a level of bitterness and disappointment that seemed to contradict Errol's earlier praise of Elon's intelligence and abilities. Errol's refusal to express pride in his son's success is a striking contrast to the more typical reactions from parents of high-achieving children, who often take pride in their offspring's accomplishments. For many, Errol's statement seemed to reflect a deeper dissatisfaction with Elon's career progress, despite his overwhelming success. This response prompted many to speculate about the emotional distance between father and son, raising further questions about the nature of their relationship and what might be driving Errol's discontent. In the same interview, Errol also touched on some of the personal challenges he has faced in his life, including his own troubled relationships with his children. His comments indicated a sense of frustration with how the public and the media have portrayed him, particularly regarding his relationship with Elon. Despite the ongoing tension between them, Errol seemed eager to clear his name and defend his actions, especially the claim that he had always been there for his son. However, his attempt to repair his image only seemed to highlight the complexities of their strained relationship. It became clear that while Errol might have had his own reasons for feeling alienated from his children, his public defense of himself did little to bridge the gap with Elon. The fact that Errol has kept a low profile for so many years only made his recent comments all the more surprising. For the first time in decades, Errol spoke candidly about his feelings toward his son and his view of their shared history. His remarks were not just a reflection of his thoughts on Elon's success, but also a window into the fractured nature of their father-son dynamic. As Errol continues to make headlines with his rare and often controversial statements, it's clear that the relationship between him and Elon Musk remains as complicated and unresolved as ever. Errol's comments have also raised more questions about his role in the Musk family legacy. For years, Elon has been portrayed as the driving force behind the Musk name. With his ventures in space exploration, electric cars, and artificial intelligence making him one of the most well-known figures in the world. Yet, Errol's comments about their family history, his engineering genes, and his involvement in Elon's success seem to suggest that the Musk legacy is more complicated than it appears. Whether Errol's claims about the emerald mine and his own contributions to Elon's career hold any truth, they serve to complicate the already fraught public image of the Musk family. In the end, Errol Musk's recent interviews offer a rare glimpse into the mind of a father who has largely remained silent about his famous son. While he may have praised Elon's intelligence and drive, his remarks were equally marked by bitterness and resentment, revealing the emotional distance that still exists between them. Despite Errol's attempts to defend his actions and explain his relationship with Elon, it is clear that the wounds of the past have not healed, and the father-son relationship remains as fractured as ever. Do you think there's any possibility for Errol and Elon Musk to reconcile? Or are the years of tension and differing perspectives too deeply rooted for any meaningful resolution?